who has led every lap from pole. Big spin across the track.
Speed turn. What happened? He just lost it there.
On board with our wonderful thermal shot. Look at this. It's like a video game.
Oh, big lock up there. Liquid rubber everywhere. Yeah.
Are absolutely together on this first lap.
This is the challenge.
As they stream around, was very, very full indeed. Dive through on the inside. He's going for it, and he's done it. He's done it. He hasn't. My goodness, he hasn't. Wow.
A great sporting rivalry, and look at this. Oh, wow.
There's a terrific scrap now.
This could all end up in a very large pile of fiberglass.
Tries again at exactly the same point. Really, better be careful because he's signalling his intentions now to the leader, who will be very careful to shut the door in advance.
Down hard, coming down hard.
Spinning off of turn 4 right now. 3 cars. One of them's going to be in the gravel. MD2 of Jason Gibson takes over the top of the top. Peter Bird is going to try to slot in second. Papers side by side. Turn number 1. Great racing here. On the front straight they come. Nose to tail. Bird getting around, but he's going to be just about a half a car length shot.
Turn up the volume. Enjoy the start. There's the green flag. Here we go. Look at this. Oh!
He backs off.
Yikes. Yikes is right.
Goes right around the outside of it.
Nicely friendly pass.
We'll watch Peter Burke in that Formula Enterprise.
Field has come set. Turn up the volume and get ready for the start. Let's go!
And here comes race group number 6, Wings and Things. 15 cars. 7 classes are represented, but only 3 of them are contested. Alone in row 8, running second in Formula Atlantic, the number 14 of David Blakey out of the Indy region in a Swift 014.
Pace cars underway.
In row 7, 2 singletons. The only S2 in the field is the 47 of David Trivet from the OVR in his Carver. And the only Formula X in the field is car number 8. That's Thomas Metcalf from the OVR in his Mazda, Formula Mazda. In row 6, starting 6th in Formula Enterprises 2 is car 70, John Wapham out of the Detroit region. Next to him, the only Club Continental in the field, the number 71 of Rex Gunning from the Western Ohio region in his Van Diemen RF95. In row 5, starting 3rd in Formula Continental, the number 12 of Dr. DJ Khalifa from the Erie, Pennsylvania area in his Mazda USF 2000 car. Next to him is 5th in FE2, that's the 95 of Peter Burke from the Detroit region. In row 4, 2nd in Formula Continental, the 89 of Chris Campanale out of the Detroit region in another Van Diemen. And the only prototype 2 in the field is the 31 of Jack Baruth from the OVR in his Radical Pro 6. In row 3, 4th in FE2, the 91 of Jimmy Dye from the New York region. Next to him is the Formula Continental pole sitter, the number 11 of Taylor Stein from the Detroit region in Milan DPO8. In row 2, 3rd in Formula Enterprises 2, the 51 of Jeremy Swank from the OVR. And the Formula Atlantic pole sitter is the 34 of John Wilhelmy from the Indianapolis region. And the front 2 are both FE2. Starting 2nd is the 77 of Vaughn Mishko from the Land O'Lakes region, and the overall pole sitter. And in Formula Enterprises 2, the 98 of Jim Lebecco from the Ohio region.
Had to turn the mic up on this group. These are some pretty loud cars out here, John. And let's hope Jim Lebecco has a little better luck in this race than he had in the Spec Racer Ford race, or the Spec Racer, the SRF3 race that we had earlier today. He is once again the pole sitter in this group, and hopefully we'll be able to get this one through turn 1 without any contact.
Yeah, that would be a good thing. Safety car just now climbing out of Thunder Valley. The lights click off as he approaches turn 11. Jim Lebecco and Vaughn Mishko side by side to lead the field to the green flag. Formula Enterprises 2 consists of 6 of the 15 cars. As they come onto the front straightaway, we wait, there's the green. Lebecco gets a good jump, but the Formula Atlantic of John Wilhelmy immediately goes for the lead. but Lebeco stays strong on the outside and maintains the overall lead. Wilhelmi getting swallowed up by Vince von Mischko as well. You would expect the Atlantic to be a little quicker than the FE2, but Wilhelmi not able to get enough temperature into the tires to risk a pass 3 wide coming into turn 1. Lebeco, I'm sure, breathing a sigh of relief when he saw that happening as they come out of the keyhole turn and make their way down the long back straightaway. Lebeco out in front, no surprise there. Mischko right behind him. Good battle for third. Coming at you, Rusty.
Keeping an eye out right now as they make their way down. Lebeco in the lead. Couple 4 car lengths back or so is Mischko. Then the 34 of Wilhelmi, the Formula Atlantic behind that. Then some great racing going on just behind that as we've got one of the P2 cars and Taylor Stein in the Continental nose to tail as they left my sight.
Lebeco and Mischko in the lead to FE2s, putting a little distance on the 34 of John Wilhelmi. As they come across the line, here's Wilhelmi, and then right behind him the 71 of Rex Gunning. Excuse me, that's the 11 of Taylor Stein, my bad. Then Jack Baruth in the 31, Jimmy Dye in the 91 FE2. So the 2 FE2s, one of the Formula Atlantics, the lead Formula Continental, Jack Baruth in the Prototype 2. And Jimmy Dye running third in FE2 in 6th. Jeremy Swank right behind him in 7th. Peter Burke in the FE2 and Chris Campanelli in number 89. Running second in Formula Continental. We have Rex Gunning in the only Club Continental round out the top 10.
Battle at the front, a little bit closer this time as Lebeco only about 3 car lengths now in front of Mischko. Lebeco went a bit wide coming off the back straightaway and lost a couple of car lengths. But there's a good gap back to Wilhelmi in third. So it's just the 2 of them that are really going to battle this out.
Yeah, that little bobble by Lebeco has cost him a pretty good portion of that big lead he had built up. It was almost a full second at the end of lap 1, but it's less than that now as he comes across the line. Mischko is closed to within 8/10, and Mischko sets fast lap of the race on lap 2. The Atlantic of Wilhelmi with Taylor Stein giving chase in the red number 11 Formula Continental.
Also watching that 47, the David Trivet car, the S2. I think it's still the S2 in the field right now, but usually we see Glenn Jivitin Jr. driving that 47 S2 car, but looks like David Trivet's out giving it a run, and he's picked up a couple of spots today so far as our leaders come down the straightaway. It's about 4 car lengths coming off of turn 4. Stays about that here at the top of the hill. A pretty consistent gap behind from Wilhelmi, Stein, and Baruth, 3 different class cars, but the gaps are all really similar.
Good battle at the front here. Lebeco and Mischko pretty much nose to tail, about 3 car lengths to maybe 4 between the 2 of them. They've opened up a big lead over John Wilhelmi in the lead Formula Atlantic. As Mischko resets fast lap of the race and shaves another 10th off Lebeco's lead. Stein and Baruth, again 2 different classes. And a great 3-way battle behind them. Jimmy Dye, Jeremy Swank, and Peter Burke, all in FE2s. That's the battle for third in class. They are nose to tail. 6, 7, and 8 overall. 14 of David Blakey, who started shotgun in the field in the other Formula Atlantic, currently running in 11th.
Battle for the lead, tightens up. It's less than 2 car lengths coming off the quarter. It's 1 car length here at the top of the hill. So it looks like Mico on the charge right now. A little bit quicker, 10 quicker on the last lap. So he's been quicker the last few laps than Lebeco. So Lebeco getting some pressure from behind. So we'll watch that. And then we see this other FE2 group of cars. They come through. Jimmy Dye, Swank, and Peter Berg all together, less than a car length apart.
Now this lead battle is a dandy. Maybe 3 car lengths now. Miško again resets fast lap of the race. He's got it down to 0.3 of a second. We're accustomed to seeing Jim Lebeco disappearing into the sunset in these races, but Von Miško has the measure of Lebeco lap speed-wise. Now can he find a way around as we're working race lap 5? That Dye, Swank, and Berg battle continues for 3rd in FE2.
One car length between Lebeco and Miško here at the top of the hill as they run down through turn 6, stretches back out to about 3 under acceleration and up the hill there at 7. They put the Formula Atlantic of Wilhelmi well back now, and Taylor signed Jack Barouche with that, but we still have that FE2 group of cars right behind Jeremy Swank, Jimmy Dye, Peter Berg. As they come by, there goes, I thought for a second it looked like Peter Berg was going to make a move on Swank as they went around turn 6.
This battle at the front continues to be a good one. Miško again sets fast lap of the race. He is right under the rear wing of Jim Lebeco. Jack Barouche in the only prototype 2 in the field and kind of a lonely 5th spot now. As the Dye, Swank, and Berg battle, the 91, 51, and 95 respectively.
Lap 6.
Not much change there. Those 3 separated by just about half a second each.
Some lap traffic right in front of our leaders. They both get by. That's John Wapperman in his FE2 getting a lap put on, but they both go by our leaders. Lebeco and Miško about a car length apart as they go up the hill and out of my sight. So they maintain that gap about the same. That last lap, Miško was 1,000th of a second quicker than Lebeco.
Yeah, they're closing up on David Trivet in the 47. Carver, Sports 2000, the only Sports 2 in the field. This time Lebeco sets the fast lap and adds 1/10 of a second to his lead over Miško. John Wapham in that number 70 FE2 coming into the pits. I think he is heading back to the garage.
Leaders by, no change, about 2 car lengths between Lebeco and Miško. As you mentioned, they're closing in on David Trivet, currently running in 12th, leading in 2 laps. Here comes the 34, Wilhelmi, your 3rd place, Formula Atlantic leader. And then fourth place, Taylor Stein, your Formula Continental leader.
Trivet checking his mirrors as the two leaders catch him just at the exit of the carousel turn. They should be able to get by on the front straightaway here, and they do. For the first time since the drop of the green flag, neither of them resets a fast lap of the race. As negotiating the traffic did shave their pace off just a bit. John Wilhelmy sets his personal best in the Formula Atlantic leading car, the number 34, a 129.3. Jack Baruth has dropped back several spots as he's been passed by that trio of FE2s. Taylor Stein now all by himself in the number 11 Formula Continental in fourth. As Ruth back to 8th now in the Prototype 2. And he's almost 5 seconds off his best pace, so perhaps a problem brewing for that Prototype 2 of Jack Ruth, the Radical.
Ron Mishko, I think, gets some lessons on the line from Lebeco. Normally a little bit different line than most of the FE2s. He does sort of what we call dirt tracking around some of these corners. And I'm watching Mishko here through the S's follow that line almost identically, and that's allowed him to close in within a car length.
Those two nose to tail across the line, completing race lap number 8. As we are working lap 9. Jimmy Dye and Jeremy Swank still having a good battle for the final step on the podium in Formula Enterprises 2. Dye with about a 0.4 of a second advantage last time by, and that stays at about 0.4. Both of them setting personal bests within a few hundredths of a second of each other.
Lap 9.
In front of me, about a car length and a half here at the top of the hill. It stays that way from the exit of turn 4 to the uphill stretch. In fact, that way it looked like Mishko was peeking to the inside there as they went up the hill. He's not close enough to make that happen in turn 9, but he put himself in the mirrors there. So Mishko on the start.
Right there, right on the gearbox of Lebeco as they climb up out of Thunder Valley through turn 11. And he stays right on the gearbox through the carousel as they come to complete race lap number 9. Mishko, 2 wheels up on the gator teeth as he's using all the road and a little more. The other Formula Atlantic, by the way, of David Blakey rolling down the pit lane. Looks like he's going to retire. Nothing to lose as he's the only other Formula Atlantic in the field. As he goes a lap down to Wilhelmy, as Wilhelmy just now comes by. And number 34. And we are missing Jeremy Swank.
I just was looking at that. He's behind Rex Gunning in the Club Formula Continental. They just went by. Rex is in 10th, so I was just looking for him. Didn't see him until he went by behind Rex Gunning. His turn is going to be in 11th or 10th, actually.
Actually, he's coming into the pits as Gunning comes by and the only Club Continental in the field. So trouble for Jeremy Swank, number 51. As he rolls to a stop, coming into the attention of the Alliance crew.
Traffic ahead,
Radiators
traffic
right away. Maybe he had an off course and thought he gathered some grass clippings up in the radiator.
Think somebody, you're going to be lapping.
The lead battle continues. Lebeco resets fast lap of the race at the end of lap 10. A 127.2. Mishko sets his personal best at a 27.4, so they're still a little under half a second apart as they'll see the white flag next time by.
Down the straightaway. Closes up to a car length again through turn 4. A little bit different line there. And Quebec goes a little bit wider through turn 4 than Mishko. But the gap doesn't really change. It's still one car length. Quebec
Lap
goes
11,
again
lap
on the
11.
throttle a little earlier, around 6. And that allows the full 2 car lengths to go out of my sight.
Leader 9-8 is working last lap.
Off? Are you off?
Sideways in the carousel entrance.
Owen, this is your last lap.
You said he finished in front of me.
Taylor was off. I thought you were off.
Checkered flag on 9-8. On my fast lap.
I don't know a fast lap yet.
I said Taylor's screwing up my fast lap. He's still sideways in the carousel.
Not Taylor.
Yep. Pushing it.